Start recording. Okay. So this is supposed to be a short video. I just made that video because I showed how to install it, but I deleted it because it took far too long with all the updates. So whatever system you have, if you have a Mac, Windows, or a Linux machine, or BSD, it will work the same. It gets you started today without any trouble. And yes, you have to go through your email account through the browser. Just a word. Microsoft, in my opinion, I mean, Windows is proven to spy on you like absolutely crazy. That's why tons of people turn their back on Windows right now. With Windows 11, it became too obvious. Now people know. So it took them a long time. I told people, I don't know, for 10 years. Like my pastor, for example, I told him 10 years ago, I said, you get spied at. And now he came to me and said, I got so much spam and blah, blah. I said, yeah, I told you so, didn't I? So I did. And now he wants to have privacy. And it's definitely not for the government, right? Because they're protecting our children. They do the best they can with some stuff, you know. But they are data brokers, you know, and things are going like this. If you send in an email or you Google for, let's say, you know that somebody has cancer and you want to know about it. What does that mean? How difficult is it? And so you Google for cancer. Now Google or Yahoo or whatever it is checking it and said, oh, this one is looking for cancer. So the data broker is selling it. The health insurance from you is buying the data, and they say, oh dear me, she must have cancer. She's Googling for cancer. We got to increase her insurance. So now all of a sudden you pay more money for you checked something. So you can be misinterpreted. And otherwise you have nothing to show. People say you have nothing to hide, but you have nothing to show. Like as I said, my friend the pastor, he said in the beginning for 10 years, he said, I don't need privacy, I have nothing to hide. Oh, that's great. I said, can you give me your phone? He said, why? I said, I just want to check some of your emails and see what photos you have. And he didn't want to give this to me. I said, give it to me now. I said, I'm not deleting anything. I'm not telling anything. I'll give you my politician word of honor. He didn't give it to me. I don't know why. He must be a criminal. He has something to hide. Just because you hide something, this is the right. This is your privacy. You show your family photos to one you want, and you tell people who you want to know something what to know, what you want them to know, right? And not that everybody's listening. So an email is usually like a postcard. The postman can read it. So to avoid this, and this works, I would say with all. Let's see, with all emails. I don't know iCloud, as long as you can go, I mean, you can even, I show you, we start here now. So I fire up my browser. By the way, this is usual for people who have never tinkered around. So this is a Linux system here, very robust, very easy, I would say spy-free. And it just absolute reliable, rock solid. So we go for, let's say if you have, let's install something quick. We do it. Okay, so I install now Chromium. Because Chromium is like Chrome. Because you might have the Chrome browser, the Brave browser. If you have Firefox, that's what I got here for now. Do I trust any of them? Not really, because Firefox deleted a promise they made from their website. So I'm not a fan of people deleting the promises. It scares the daylight out of me, right? What does that mean? What do they have in mind? BSU, that's a game. Chrome. Where is it? Oh man, open up your app. I can't move it. Now I can move it. Okay, then we try browser. So yeah. TV browsers, SQLite, Otter browser. What the heck? Why don't they have it? So I go on a welcome screen. I'm sorry, this is not what we wanted to do, but I think it's a good idea. Applications. No, okay, we'll leave it. So it doesn't matter if you go for, let's say you have Google Chrome, you have Brave, which is also Chrome based, then you would go and say Chrome extension, right? And then it shows here extension Chrome Web Store. So you go in this. No, thank you. Extension search, and we call for mail envelope, like envelope, just mail envelope. See, it looks like that. Then you click on it, and then comes add to Chrome. It just says install Chrome because I just don't have it, because this is Firefox. So we start again. So now, because it's Firefox, I write Firefox extension option. Look at that, how I can spell, right? Amazing. I did that all by myself. So, we did, what was it called? Mail envelope. There it is. So we click on mail envelope. Duran. I see here it says add to Firefox because it is Firefox, right? In Chromium, if you're on the Chrome Web Store, it would say add to Chrome, whatever it is. So I click here. There it is. Here in the case from Firefox, allow extension in run private windows. Yes, add on. And pin extension to toolbar. So here it is now. In Chromium, you have to go, Chrome, you have to go in here, and it would show you these extensions. So here it is, like that. Right here they are. But it looks different. This is, you don't have to do much here on Firefox. So that's mail envelope. Click here to open extension. So let's start. Here we go. Look what it does. So setup. Personalize now. Because you want to have your own background. What do we now use? Elephant. And we use this color. And save. So if you open now your envelope or mail envelope and it looks different color and doesn't have elephants, then you know there's something not right. So general, default key, open with preferences. I leave everything as is. Security. I'll keep it 30 minutes. Then you don't have to click always all the time. Key directories, analytics. We don't have it. You see, that's nice. It's not you have to click it to share, not to unclick it for not sharing. So I like that. Authorized domains. So if you have an email account at GMX, Web.de, Google, Mail Live, whatever that is, out, down, go. Oh, do not put any other email account except the one from Microsoft into Outlook if you have the Outlook application. There is a guy on YouTube and he made an interceptor email account, email program, that you can see what's going to happen. And when he used Outlook, the application, you could see that even when he, let's say he added his Gmail account and he deleted his Gmail account, Outlook was still checking the email every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes, Outlook was checking the email, which Outlook shouldn't have done anymore because it was deleted out of the program. So if you have done this, just delete it from Outlook, use something like Thunderbird. I think I make the next video about Thunderbird. And change the password so that Microsoft can't check your emails anymore from Gmail or whatever email account you have. So yeah, be carefully with Microsoft. So, but it works with that. It works with Yahoo, Freenet, Posteo, Mailbox, Maily, Mail.ru, so FP, Mentana claims, so almost with everything, right? Mail envelope demo. Mail envelope demo enabled, authorized domain. Site. Okay. Mail envelope demo. Well, never played around with the demo. I saw it the first time. So, key management. Generate key. So, sadly, I don't have an email account prepared. Let's say I call it YouTube key. Yeah, that's my name, and that's my YouTube key at myemail.com. So password. So here it is. People tell you, oh, you have to have a very complicated password. No, it has to be long. And you have to use different signs. So you can write sentences, something you can remember, right? And make it with exclamation mark, maybe with the pound sign, or comma, whatever it is, yeah, letters, numbers, whatever you can put in, as much as you can. But easy, that you can remember and actually can type it without breaking your fingers and brain all the time, right? Just make it long, so at least, I would say 20, 30 signs, make a good sentences. like I like to walk my dog in the middle of the woods at 13:45. Yeah, and then you have a column in it between 13 and 45, and you make commas and lower letters and small letters, and something like this. So, like I do here. So this is not good. This is a simple password, because you will see I will, when it says generate, key generation progress. File name. Success import. Store the backup security in a safe location, for example on a USB drive. See, ASC, that is your public key usually. Create backup. That is, you see, there it is. So, close. Alright. So now I should have two keys here. It's not signed, so if you do this and your friend does this, or your spouse or kiddos, whatever you do it with, if they receive your email and they have that, you can, synchronize. I didn't do it, so I haven't sent. So I make an expiry date here. 02. Is it the 24th? Really? 24th, okay. So I let this expire here on 02/25/2026. Yeah, that worked great. Great. Change, okay. Yeah, okay, they make it easy for me like this. And save. Click. So it will expire. So here it asks for my super password. Okay. Ring. So if I press synchronize, it goes on a key server. What is that? That is a server in the internet, worldwide, outside. There are quite a few. They're talking to each other. Where this key, your public key, you have two keys now. A public key and a private key. And the public key will be synchronized with all servers. So if I know your name now, let's say your name would be BrendaMiller@gmail.com. So, and if I use then Mailvelope, it will, if I want to write the email, it will look this up automatically. It will see, is there for BrendaMiller@gmail.com, is there maybe a key, public key? If it is, perfect. And if not, then you can't encrypt it, but you can still sign it so that people know. But we are getting there. So this is the highest what we get in a moment. That's a fingerprint. That's how we can identify things. If we later use an email program, this does it all automatically. It makes it so much more easier. Yeah, main key, sub key. I don't have a sub key yet. So we keep it simple for now. So key is not synchronized with the Mailvelope server. And I just don't do it. I don't want to spam it. So here's that. See. Key, my email. So that is that. So key management, YouTube key. Revoke, no, we don't want to do this. Export, so here we go. So that's a public key. You can either copy this as a signature on your email, which is a lot. You copy to clipboard, right? So like this, and then if you lose that, just use it as a signature. So when then somebody gets your email, he just goes here, copies the whole thing, like this, copy. Yeah, let's say somebody sends this to you. Clicks this away. Key management, import. So see, it asked from clipboard, that's what we just did, right? Or add file, because you can download it. So if I go to clipboard and say this, and I say import key, yeah, this is a key. Yes, it is. Look at YouTube key, myemail.com. Wonderful. Got it. Right? So it was there anyway, but I have it twice. Not really twice. It's still just there, symbol. But also could have imported it as a file. Because you can write it in a text file, or when you go to key management, we go here. Oh no, sorry, we go in export. Export, public, let's say. You can see keyring pub. Or you can write your email before, let's say YouTube key at my email here before, and then underscore, key, and then there stands keyring pub, so that you know it's public, right? ASC. That's the extension, and that would be the file you import, and then you have the same key in your mail envelope. Private key. See, that's the one you cannot hand over. This is the one which you use to decrypt the message. The public key is for encrypting, so making it look like this, right? It will look like this. Totally nonsense-ish. It looks like this. I'll show you how it looks like later. So we click this away first, but it looks like that when you have encrypted. And that happens with the private key. So I don't have anybody's private key. That means I can't decrypt it. So if I send you an email encrypted, I can't read it anymore. That's why most email programs, they're encrypted with my key too, that I can at least read what I wrote you, right? So it sounds complicated. Don't worry about it for now. And so, but this key you never ever want to give anybody, and you want to have your private key and your public key, if possible, on a USB stick or something, or on two, that in case one breaks, right? So you want to have it somewhere safe. You have some copies. All right, and both, that's all. That's where everything is in it. You can use that file too, because you can import, and then you have your private. You can't give that file to anybody else either, because your private key is in that. Because you can import it, and it will import it as two keys, as your private key and as your public key. The private key you don't want to give anybody ever at all. In the moment it says private, no way for anybody, right? So, and as I said, if you use this and you save that, did it download it? Most likely not. So public key, and I save it. Here it is. See, and if I open it up, if I ever do, it looks exactly what I had before. You see, beginning PGP public key or block, and end. So it's the same thing. I just copy paste it here. It's already written in a file, but it's easy because it says keyring public, right? Okay, so how does it look like? Yeah. Options. We have this. Authorized domains. Add new entry. Security background Gmail app. Gmail API. In case you use Gmail, it will ask you that you log in Gmail account, and then you can send emails from here. Yeah. All right, but so encrypting. So recipient, that would be the email, right? Encrypt data is signed with your key YouTube group. So it's signed. We want to have it signed. That means it's really from me. Attachment, I would attach now my public key, because I want them to have it. Right, here's my public key. When they write back, they can just import this, and then they can encrypt for me too. So on recipient here, do you want to encrypt text? Of course. So, dear me, this is going to be encrypted very soon. And it doesn't let me encrypt like this. No, of course not. Because I don't have, I do not have an email here. So I'll go back here. Now encrypt. It should just let me do this here. So like this. Yeah, great. Very good demonstration here. Generate. We have the key, import, search, export, refresh. No, we don't need to do anything like this. Options. Security. So I was in the belief that I can just encrypt text. Yeah, decrypt. Do you want to decrypt text? So yeah, that would usually would copy that in, right? Oh. Yeah, because there is no, yeah. I thought you can do this with here. Within here. Recipient, test, add, test, mail. .com. Okay, one moment. I might do here something wrong. Surprise! I'll synchronize it now. So usually this guy gets now an email address and say, is this really your email? Then you click on it and then it will be actually synchronized with Mailvelope key server, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to make an easy. What is it called? Tutorial, but you can't make an email address anymore except you sign up, give your telephone number, your blood type, and a DNA test. Otherwise, it's not working. Encrypt data. See, I'm a little bit disappointed. Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe that is the thing. Maybe it happened. Oh, hold on. You know what? See, now this will work. All right. See, yeah, of course. I mean, I can't encrypt it if I don't have a key. So recipient, I send it to myself. So here usually would come in Brenda Miller's at yahoo.com email address, right? For example, because that's my email address just to demonstrate this here. It's not an email address. It doesn't exist really. So dear me, this, or spell error, the system made a mistake, so I say encrypt. I have to put my super, that's what I'm saying, you have to have a password you can just type. See, that's the whole thing. So I can save it as a text, or I just copy it to clipboard. Here it is. So now if somebody sends me, let's say somebody sent me an email and it looks like that, right? Or somebody sends me an email and it looks like that, oh no. So I just go from the beginning, and here I just press A. It's on the bottom. Yeah, here's on the bottom. Has to go till here, right? So I've got the whole thing. Now I say copy. Let's say somebody sent me an email and I have no clue what that actually means here. So, I want to decrypt text. So I'll put that in. Decrypt. Successful. So, dear me, this is going to be encrypted very soon. See that happened. Yeah, that's how it looked like, decrypted, and that's the end result, right? So, that's how we can get started today. Just in case, right? Yeah, my problem was my thinking here. So yes, you can only encrypt it with the key. That means whoever you want to send the email to, you have to have their public key. If you have the public key, you just can encrypt it. See, like here. So if I start typing here, that's the one. So it would show if I have, let's say, Paul Meyer here. So I put Paul Meyer and it would show up Paul Meyer. But of course only if I have their keys. This is just one key, right? That's my own key, my public key and my private key. That's why I can encrypt it for myself, and I can decrypt it, of course. So I would say try it out. And as I said, once you made your key, export your keys. I would use public, private, export this one first, the public, call it with your email address, _ keyring pub, then private with your email address, yeah, and then underscore keyring, that you know what it is for, because you might have more than one. And the private, you don't want to give it anybody ever at all. That is your key, how you encrypt and not encrypt. That's how you decrypt your messages. If somebody sends you an encrypted message from the public key, you need the private key to actually read it. Or with the public key, you're not reading it anymore. Once it's encrypted, it's gone. So you need your private key, and nobody else should have it than you. Alright, that is that. So I hope I kept it simple. It sounds like a lot, but once you play around, you will see that's how easy it is. Yeah, authorized domain, security logs, manage keys. So this is it, right? I generated a key. That's what we did. Right, so I'll put my name in. Let's say Paul Meyer. My email address is paulmeyer@gmail.com. And the subject usually is not encrypted when you use this envelope thing. Later, when we use Thunderbird, then it is encrypted. That looks actually kind of funny. It's brackets with 2 dots, the subject. So you can do it all. And you can also use this in the email program later to send encrypted messages back to Proton if you don't have Proton. Because you get access to the public key. Proton is exporting the public key. That means when you want to encrypt it and the Proton email has put the Proton email address to the public server, it can key server, then it can be read or read. Alright, that is that. So that's the easiest way to get started. And I can only strongly recommend it. I will see if I can set up an email where we can play around with, but dang, you can't have an email anymore without blood test, DNA test, birth certificate, and whatever. I thought I'd go to Yahoo, just do one, make an email address. No. And they want a phone number. What if you don't have one? Oh, now what? I'm not giving them my phone number, no way. So, that is that. So it's a very nice little thing, see? Here it is, so if I need it, I'll click on it. And I will try to make an email address somewhere, somehow, and then we can see what we can do. Yeah. I will see if I can find an email provider where I don't have to give blood and hair sample and whatever, just to get an email account. It's outrageous. But however, as you have seen, so if you have a public key from somebody, even without an email account, right? Let's say we go one more. So we generate another key, and this is not YouTube at email.com. Yeah? So I'll take that. Good. So that's my email address. The name is, of course, not YouTube. Root. So that's now somebody, right? Enter password. Has to be super difficult here. Yeah, works. Advanced. RS. Yeah, we want it all. Expiry date. See, I put it already in here. Also expires on the 25th. So, generate. Key generation in progress. Because I don't want to spam the servers and everything, you know. Upload. Failed. Of course it failed. Oh. Where is it? I have only one key. What's going on here? YouTube key? YouTube key. Oh yeah, I haven't synchronized. Okay. See, for synchronizing, this only works when you have that email and you click on the link. Okay, another key. I have done something wrong. Generate. Not YouTube. Not YouTube at myemail.com. Password. Advanced. I will have it expired again. Wednesday, so tomorrow it's gone. progress. Now create backup. See there, now we got it. Oh, there it is. See, that's my backup. Close. So maybe, yeah, that might make sense now. So if not YouTube, see, default would be the email account you use usually. So not YouTube wants to encrypt something for me, but he wants to encrypt this for YouTube key, because that's me, and no YouTube is, of course, it's not YouTube. And text. So now encrypted. It looks now like this. So I just save it as a text. Here it is. So if I go now like that, see, copy. I'm not too sure if I did it automatically, but if I go to decrypt, I also want to decrypt text, yes. Decrypt. Yeah, not YouTube can send an email or text. So I could decrypt it, but this is encrypted with the other key. So it was encrypted with the YouTube key, public key, and I had to. This is what no YouTube used. He used my public key, and I had the YouTube key. Had to use the private key to actually decrypt it. Right? So now we know, because you see I set it to default. If I make that now default, so I go back to my key management and I say decrypt, and so I put the encrypted message in, because remember this was with YouTube encrypted with the public key. So if I say decrypt, I did it anyway, didn't it? I did it. So it just shows automatically the right key. Dang it. So usual, but that's how it works. Oh, what a great video. However, that is default now. Okay. Yeah, so that is that. So that's how it works. The public key is the one you want to forward to somebody, either as text or as text file. And the private key you don't want to give anybody ever. These keys are on your computer. They're not uploaded to some kind of envelope. Envelope is an extension, and it uses the storage space of your computer, so it's only as safe as your browser, right? So, but this is pretty good usually. Search is where you can use. What can we search for? No, I don't search anybody yet, because it's YouTube now. It goes around the world. All right, so I hope now you know, right? It's easy to do. I don't put expiry dates on my keys, but I do not forget my password, right? So we don't want to forget our password. And you can revoke keys too if you really want to, but it's not synchronized yet, so you can't revoke it or remove it, right? Because once you had your key, because usually comes with an email address, you get an email address, an email from envelope, from the key server actually, and says verify your email, and then you click on the link. Then the mail server, not the mail server, the key server, public key server, gets the okay, oh yeah, this is a real email address. Then it starts syncing. Then it's still not signed. So if you would send me an email with your public key and it shows it not signed, I will just sign it for you. That means that's how it works, right? This is open source. This is how people help people. So if you send me an email with a non-signed key, not signed, and I know it is from you, then I just sign it, and then it becomes green. So if somebody else will send then an email, or you send it to somebody, it's already a signed key, right? So that makes it a little bit more safer. That's what we usually do. So for here, I can't sign it yet, can I? No. can't sign it yet because it has to be synchronized first. Let's try again. Yeah, no, I don't have that function yet. Alright, this will happen when there's an email come. Yeah, I'm so sorry guys that I couldn't make an email address because as I said, I don't want to give some blood or hairs. I don't have too much of it, so I'm happy with what I got, but I'm not giving it away. Oh dear me, this is the world, right? Yeah. Okay, so that was the easiest way. It's a much longer video than I thought it's going to be. So whatever browser you have, Brave, Chrome, Google Chrome, Chromium, Firefox, you go to the Chrome, Chromium, and Brave, you go to the Google Store, yeah, for extension, Chrome extension. For Firefox, you go Firefox extension. And then you search for Mailvelope. Then you get your extension, as we say, install or add to Firefox, add to Chrome, add to Brave, add to whatever. Then you will have it here, and then you open it up. And as you remember, it looked like this in the beginning. Key management, we have had no key, so you generate your key with your email address and you can send it to somebody. If I manage to get an email address, you can send it easily to me and I will sign it for you and you can play around with it. Because I don't have a few thousand subscribers, so it should be easy to do. But we're not there yet. I'm going to do that if I have that email program set up. I'll have to make another video. So I hope this works. It sounded complicated. It's not because it sounded complicated because I had to play both sides. You don't have it. You have just one side. So if you have your private key, you made it. You say encrypt. So if you have Gmail or something, it should recognize that. Then you get asked for your Gmail password, and you have to log in, authorize Mailvelope to use the Gmail thing, and then it works. And with anything else, for now, the easiest. I don't know if it works the same way with GMX, GMX. What is it? All these things here, you know, where are they? Analytics, Gmail, RPC, authorized domains. So I think it works with everything you have here. Right? In the moment you have it authorized, you can send then emails with all these things. I would not touch Outlook, Office, anything like that. No Microsoft. I would just not touch it. Yeah. Gmail doesn't matter at this point anymore because it's encrypted and they don't do things like Microsoft does, yeah, keeping your emails checked even though you sign out. Alright, again, that is that. So play around with your spouse, friend, partner, whatever, and then you will see it's actually very, very easy. And once we set up an email program, you can't even see the difference anymore. Of course, you just do it like usual. You put your email address in, your subject, write your email, and your email program is then checking is there a PGP key, and if it's yes, then it gets green, so that you know it's encrypted, and you push the button, off it goes. If you go in your send folder, you will not even see that it's encrypted because it gets encrypted with your private key too, so that you can actually read it. So it gets signed with two keys, right? Your own private key and with a public key from the receiver. And the receiver needs his public key to read this too. But you can still follow the conversations. Alright, this is this. I thought it was easier. It's just maybe I'm over explaining here, so I hope this helps. Gets you busy, gets you started. Put your keys, both of them, on a USB stick, maybe on both, on two USB sticks. And never ever, ever, ever give somebody your private key. Alright, and password doesn't have to be complicated, just long. And some extra signs in like exclamation mark and question mark, and as I said, like time 1645, and comes a column in between, and then it's good. Alright, I call it off now. This is much longer than I wanted. My little dog is already getting sad because it's getting dark and I have to walk her now. And I will upload this video quick and shut down. And then that was that. I hope it helps, and trust me, you want to encrypt all your stuff. You don't want it not encrypted, right? So again, this was started in a virtual machine. So I would recommend for everybody, 100% go away from Microsoft. Mac is not good either because you're in an ecosystem which costs you tons of money and lots of things you just can't get. And Linux is free. Almost everything you do is free. Everything you can get is free, and you get almost everything ever possible. And if you need Windows for work or something, then you can install VirtualBox, create the Windows machine, and then off you go. And if somebody needs it, you can't find it in the internet, let me know and I'm going to show you. And I use VirtualBox for many reasons, but I said that in some other videos. Okay, I hope that helped. I hope this is now good, and I will stop the video now. Alright, God bless you all, and have fun encrypting your and decrypting your messages. See you later. Bye bye.